Okay, so I said I wanted to talk about the Loretto Chapel, and I really do. Um, it's in Santa Fe, New Mexico, so the next time that you're traipsing around the Southwest, if you happen to go along Route 66, right, I highly recommend that you go to visit the Loretto Chapel. It's in the middle of the square, so it's pretty hard to miss, and you won't be sad you're gone. One of the most amazing things about it is the staircase. Now, the chapel, I don't know if the chapel was built in the 1600s when the town was established, but I know that that the staircase was built in the late 1800s. And it was built over like 6 months period of time. And the man who built it used only wooden nails, and it actually has two 360-degree turns. It's like a double helix, not side by side, but one onto the other, without any visible means of support. So it's pretty gorgeous and amazing looking. Later on, they added a handrail, so it kind of makes it not as impressive as when it was just freestanding. But the nuns who would go up to sing, they kind of got scared when they went down, so that's why it was built there. They had done a novena, I guess, to St. Joseph, because they had, needed someone to build it, and they also knew they didn't have any money. And the next thing I knew, this man was coming through town, and he had all these tools with him. And so it was believed by a lot of people that it was actually built by St. Joseph, which, who knows. But there is, I think he was Scandinavian of some kind, like maybe Swedish, um, man who was known as a carpenter who was in that area. And there is a family who believes that it was their great-grandfather who actually did the building. So who knows? Because he had in his workshop the bag as it was described, and some what you call those plans, like pictures, like drawings of the Loretto, like the staircase. So it pretty much cinched it that it was him. But you know, anyways, when I went there, one of the things about it that was so remarkable, I remember standing outside of it and like not being able to go in at first because there were just these like waves of energy. It was just like too intense. I just couldn't even stand it. So I had to first I had to cry. Then once I could collect myself, I could finally go in. But it took a lot to be able to withstand the energy there. And I don't know if that's of people's prayers. I don't know if that's from the architecture. I don't know if that's whatever it is, but that's what I felt. And when I finally was able to walk around, I got to visit the Stations of the Cross, and that's the first time that I ever saw those. And I always thought those were interesting. Anyways, I think I took something dorky like a magnet, and I'm pretty sure, and I still might have, one of those squished up pennies that has little, yeah. So if you ever get a chance, even if you just look it up, there's lots of like movies on it, and like documentaries and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, the Loretto Chapel, if you ever get a chance, go see it. I highly recommend. And hope y'all are doing well. Blessings of peace.